All right, y'all. Many of you might remember Alex Jones was on this big thing about Sandy Hook being a hoax. And he was actually on this conspiracy theory for a few years. And it had gotten so bad for the families of these children that were killed. They had to get law enforcement involved because Alex Jones subscribers were threatening the family, threatening to kill them if they went against what Alex Jones was saying. I mean, if this is not the craziest thing, I don't know what is. So it got so bad that these 10 families are suing Alex Jones. And ladies and gentlemen, you know how it goes with these folks. When in doubt, when nothing else seems to work in their favor, go to the good old faithful mental illness. So now Alex Jones is blaming psychosis for the reason why he ran with this hoax for years about the Sandy Hook massacre being a hoax. It's now psychosis, y'all. We're going to go ahead and listen to some of this deposition that he did recently. We're not going to listen to the whole thing, but part of it.
Question the official story. You've had serious doubts that the official story was true.
I've always, from the beginning, had questions about any big public event that's hyped up, because so many times parts of it are being covered up, or things are being staged, or they're not letting a good crisis go to waste. And sometimes things are completely made up, like the babies in the incubators, which is admitted. And I'm saying, no, I questioned it up front. The public questioned it. And then as I had time to go over, a lot of the anomalies turned out to not be accurate. And I believe school shootings happen.
By the end of 2014, you had personally done intensive research, and you concluded it was all fake, correct?
Still objection as to form.
The specific areas I was talking about being fake, not in a totality. I wrongly have said in the past, off of news reports that I was relying on, that the children were going around with their hands up at the school when it was the firehouse. And that's one of the main anomalies that turned out to not be true, and the reason I changed my mind about a lot of things. I remember that they were saying it was the most sealed case ever, and that it was in the news, that there were all these lawsuits about unsealing things, and that the records and the redacted police reports, I mean, this report you give me is almost all blacked out. This is what people were talking about. And so I can't accurately answer off of edited tapes. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. So I'm trying to answer your questions.
You ever try to order a death certificate? They're $20. Anybody can get any one of them. Do you ever try?
As I've told you, when we went off news reports and other people that were investigating, we did not ourselves investigate Sandy Hook.
These aren't comedy skits. This is journalism.
Yes, well, this is punditry, because I wear a journalist hat, punditry hat, satire hat. Just reading news, just being a news reader. I mean, I do that as well. So I do a lot of things.
Sure.
But when I was covering Sandy Hook, I was genuinely trying to get at the truth of it.
You've done mocking imitations of Sandy Hook parents crying, correct?
No.
I want to play you a video clip, too, from September 24th, 2014 and November 11th, 2016. Will you play the video clip called Crying?
And you've got parents laughing, going, and then they walk over to the camera and go, I mean, not just one, but a bunch of parents doing this. And we see footage of one of the reported fathers of the victims, Robbie Parker, doing classic acting training where he's laughing and joking, and they say, hey, we're live. And he goes, oh. And maybe that's real. I'm sure it is.
You realize now, you were mocking the difficult emotional reactions of people who provably lost their children.
No, I was not mocking. I was showing what people were questioning was not to mock the parents. It was showing why people were questioning. It's you that is projecting mocking onto it. I was showing what he...
Alex is full of shit. That was mocking, y'all. That was mocking. Okay, so just to let you know, this was a 3-hour deposition that he recently recorded. And this was a court order deposition that Alex Jones had to do. So if you remember, Alex Jones was censored by Twitter, which was really the last holdout. They really didn't want to do anything to Alex Jones. And then Apple, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and I believe also PayPal dropped him. And, you know, it was a big thing about those vitamins that he was selling that had no nutritional value in them. And he was selling them for like $30 or some crazy amount of money, $30, $40. So anyway, families of 10 Sandy Hook victims who were massacred during a school shooting in Connecticut in 2012. During one show, Alex Jones brought his lawyer on air and, you know, came up with this defense strategy. And on March 29th, the Sandy Hook attorneys did this deposition that you see Alex Jones speaking in, and he's full of crap. Because I remember watching some of his videos. I was not a big watcher of his, but a few of his videos I did watch. And he was always calling this Sandy Hook massacre a hoax. And he said it quite often, too. Alex Jones has tried to do everything he could to get the media to go along with his conspiracy theory back then, that this was all a hoax. A lot of his supporters and subscribers were also going around and repeating everything he was saying about Sandy Hook. And I even remember going to comment sections on videos that had nothing to do with Sandy Hook. And they were writing all that, oh, well, you know, Sandy Hook is a hoax. It's a hoax. You know, so he had a lot of people repeating that stuff. All right, so Alex Jones blamed years of his misinformation and spin that he was giving out to the public on psychosis. Jones claimed that years of witnessing corrupt governments and institutions made him deeply skeptical of the mainstream media and the agenda hidden behind things. And he says, and I myself have almost had like a form of psychosis back in the past, where I basically thought everything was staged, even though I'm now learning a lot of times things aren't staged, Jones said. So I think as a pundit, someone giving an opinion that, you know, my opinions have been wrong, but they were never wrong suspiciously to hurt people. So he said he knew he was wrong, y'all. This is what he's saying. I know I'm wrong, but it was not to hurt people. But what do you think putting something like that out there, how did you figure that was not going to hurt the families? So now Jones is miraculously admitting he put out misinformation. He's admitting it now, but he's blaming it on psychosis. You know, when in doubt, go to mental health problems and play crazy. Jones acknowledged that he now believes the shooting happened and that the children were killed, even after years of calling the event a hoax and survivors crisis actors without evidence. But he said he still believes there was a cover-up. Okay. But you still lied to everybody, Alex Jones. Even if you believe there's still a cover up, that still doesn't make your lie true. It's still a lie. You lied on those people. You lied about what happened to their children. This is why you're being sued. And you look petrified, you know? And the bottom line is all of those people that supported you, they can't do a damn thing for you now, Alex Jones. Look at you now. You got to sit there and now admit you're full of shit. And that's what you're essentially doing, according to this article. You're admitting that all these years you've been putting out those conspiracy theories that you are full of shit. Wow. It took you being sued to admit that. Please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And you just keep playing up that psychosis thing, Alex Jones. Peace, family.